People can fail you, not because you're unlovable, but because they're incapable. And welcome to Learn From Me Sis. I'm Christina J, and this is my space where I tell the truth about all things healing, motherhood, heartbreak, and rebuilding a life that I'm truly proud of. And if you ever felt like you're carrying the weight all alone, then this podcast is definitely for you. There's a certain kind of emptiness that comes from not being loved the way you needed as a child. And the hardest part is you grow up thinking it's your fault. I don't know if emptiness is the right word. It's the closest thing I can use to describe it. It's not just sadness. It's not just loneliness. It's like something is missing. And it shows up in moments that's supposed to feel full. Holidays, birthdays, big life moments. And instead, it just feels heavy. And for a long time, I didn't understand why I felt like that. I used to think maybe I'm ungrateful, maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I'm expecting too much. But the truth is, I was feeling the effect of something I didn't even have the language for yet. Growing up, I didn't have what I needed emotionally. And I'm not saying that to bash anyone. I'm saying it because it's the truth. You know, I was told that previous episodes were a little blunt, cutthroat to the jugular. And those previous episodes of mine, I think I was real-time healing. And I do not regret what was said in the slightest. I am going to re-edit those and make sure I do a better job bleeping. And I also just want to, this is a little pause moment. I also want to figure out how to, repurpose them and, reproduce them. So, like I said, I'm saying it because it's the truth. My parents, they weren't capable of being what I needed them to be. And as a child, you don't process that as they're struggling. You process it as something must be wrong with me. And don't get me wrong, there were plenty of opportunities for them to show up. To each their own. It's not like they didn't have chances. Other things were more important. But whatever battle they were fighting, those battles were more important than raising their children. And that's hard to say out loud because I do understand people go through things. But at the same time, being a parent doesn't stop just because life gets hard. And this didn't just hit me overnight. Oh, I'm magically healed. No, honey. Not at all. I've been trying to process this for years. Over the course of my life. Not even when my counselor has given me that assignment. I was doing that before I even had the language of what I was feeling. Trying to explain, trying to be heard, trying to fix something that I didn't even break. And looking back now, I realized I was searching for something from people who just didn't have it to give. And if I'm being honest, that followed me into my relationships too. When you grow up without something, you don't always recognize when it's still missing. So even in my children's father, there were things that just weren't there. And again, like, what am I doing wrong? I internalized that. Why can't I get this right? And again, keeping it 100, it's a slippery slope for me to even talk about this because now I have my own kids and I refuse to repeat that. So I've had to learn. I can understand that they struggled and still know I deserved better. People can fail you, not because you're unlovable, but because they're incapable. And I didn't just wake up understanding that. It took having a real friend. It took counseling. Lots of counseling. I actually really need to go back to counseling. And it took me finally sitting with it instead of running from it. And this is something that I have to continually do. Like, I need to tune up every now and then with, it's okay, baby. You're going to be okay. You didn't deserve that childhood that you had. And you're going to be okay. And your kids are going to experience a real family. Every so often, I have to hug myself, remind myself, baby girl, we're going to be okay. Because the truth is, that emptiness doesn't just disappear. And now, I don't have parents to fall back on the way I needed. I don't have a solid partner right now. And I still have to show up for my kids. I had to become the stability I never had. The emptiness didn't disappear, but I understand it now. And more importantly, I stopped blaming myself for it because it was never about me. Thank you for spending time with me. If this episode helped you feel seen, make sure you subscribe and share it with somebody who needs it. And remember, you're not behind, you're becoming. I'll talk to you in the next episode.